Good afternoon, everyone, to this agency-wide meeting. We haven't had one for a while, so I'm glad everybody could attend, and the offices in the field are all here too. I'd first like to give a special welcome to Chairman Smith's wife, Fozanne. Welcome, Fozanne. I'm glad you could come down for this. This is our first large gathering, as you all know, in the Dallas Tonziger Atrium. Losing Dallas so suddenly, a couple months ago, was unexpected back in May. It was a blow to this agency when it occurred, but I'm proud of the fact that we continue to fulfill our mission through it all, through all the time of the turmoil in the last couple months because of that. Thanks to everyone's hard work out here and in the field. The dedication let this agency not miss a beat, really, from my perspective. And there was an orderly transfer of leadership. In accordance with agency policy, Board Member Hall became, because he's the longer serving board member on our board, served as our acting CEO until the President of the United States could name a new chairman. The decision from the White House came in July 17th, naming Glen Smith as FCA chairman and CEO. Chairman Smith took the oath of office to become a board member in December 8th of 2017. And I know, Glen, the past 20 months that you've been here really will serve you well in the chairmanship. We're gathered here today to hear remarks from Chairman Smith about the goals he seeks to accomplish during the rest of his term. Chairman Smith, congratulations to you and being named to this position, and I know you will lead the agency with distinction. Glen?
Well, thank you, Bill. I didn't know if we were going to get people away from the food there for a while, and for the offices out there, good afternoon. We had Farm Credit Club sponsored a state honor your food in the state. We had everything from crab in Maryland to Joy's King Cake in Louisiana, and we certainly enjoyed that. And for the offices out there, I guess I owe you next time we come out on that. But thanks for all of you for taking the time out of your busy work day to hear a few words from me about my vision for FCA as I assume the new responsibilities as chairman. It's important that I speak to all FCA personnel and you out in the field as well, particularly all our field offices. I have had the opportunity to participate in some great introductory question-answer sessions with our examination staff in Sacramento, in Bloomington, Denver. Get ready. I'm going to be there in early September, and hope to get to Dallas by the end of the year. And we certainly had some great conversations there. This is a priority for me. My message is clear. The examination team comprises over half the organization. You're the eyes and ears of the agency and our boots on the ground. As poor economic times are here and threaten certain segments of our ag economy, something we've talked about as a board for the last 2 years, we're very dependent on you to serve our safety and soundness mission. Through the able leadership of our 2 R's, Robert Coleman and Roger Paulson, I know we can depend upon you. I'd like to take a few moments to thank a few people who've been extremely helpful to me the last 20 months. Number one, the agency has benefited tremendously from the wisdom and steady hand of leadership from my fellow board member, Jeff Hall. Jeff, I want you to know that I place a high value on your experience, your wisdom. I couldn't ask for a better fellow board member. And through our executive assistants, Kevin Cramp and Jim Morris, I think we work exceedingly well together, and I very much look forward to continuing that relationship for what kind of looks to be a long time. Thank you for that. I'd like to also thank Mike Stokey. Mike, where are you sitting? Somewhere there he is in the back. That's kind of Mike's Mike's role in it. He sits back and he observes everything, and he comes up with some very sage advice and wisdom. He helped me through the confirmation process. It almost went smoothly. Notice I said almost, right? But it went very well. It was a great experience for me. And Mike, you continue to be a valuable counsel to both me and Jeff and the board and to the agency. Several months ago, I came across a term that made a lot of sense to me as I undertake the position. And I wrote it down. I keep it within sight of my desk. The term is intellectual humility. What it means is, in an agency like this, there's no way, no matter how hard I try, I can become an expert in most facets of the agency, whether it be OIT, OAS, OCPA, OGC, ORP, EEO, OE, OSMO, or FICSIC. OSVO, OCFO, sorry, finance, about left you out. Hopefully I didn't leave anybody out of that. You know, it took me 3 months to get on the abbreviations here and which darn place to turn to get there. But I'm truly blessed to be surrounded by an incredible group of professionals. I ask a lot of questions, and hopefully with those questions and with the talent of people around us, the board can come to final conclusions and decisions that Jeff and I think is best for the agency. We've had we're going to have some personnel challenges ahead of us. I think we've all heard about it, talked about it. Retirement of some key senior management in the next several months. It will be a challenge. This guy right in front of me, I mean, every day reminds me it's going to be a challenge. I think there's that country song, what is it? You're going to miss me when I'm gone? I swear he comes to work every day and he's, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. I think he hums that with a smile on his face. And we are going to miss you, Bill. But it offers a great opportunity for individuals right here in our agency to move up. And Jeff and I believe we have a tremendous pool of talent to select from here at FCA. Goal will be continuity and keeping this agency running smoothly for years to come. Your board team is proud of some accomplishments we've made this past year. Accomplishments we have unanimously supported on the board, including our late chairman, Dallas Tonsinger. We have a new data analyst team with Jeremy D'Antoni named as Chief Data Officer. And the importance of data analytics is consistent with what private business is known for over a decade. It's also consistent with Congress's recent mandate, the mandate for federal agencies to make decisions based on fact, and those facts that are exempt from any personal bias, any personal influence, or politics. We envision this group to be available to all facets of our agency, but should have particular application to the financial oversight functions. And Jeff, I know I wasn't here long, here a year and a half ago, and you brought up the importance of the data analyst group, and that's something we should be working towards. So I know that's particularly satisfying to you to see this come to fruition. We're also interested in the synergy that I think can be created between our data analytics and our economics team, with Dennis Shields as our new chief economist. Dennis, I needle you occasionally and I say, don't give me a history lesson, tell me what's going to happen, okay? That's a pretty tall order for anybody, let alone an economist, right? But I think with data, I think we've got some tools ahead of us that maybe we can predict a little bit more accurate what is going to happen down the road. And what a tremendous valuable tool for a regulatory agency. So we're very excited, and I expect some big things out of that. We're very proud of the progress we've made in the YBS program, advancing the system's loans to young, beginning, and small farmers. The newly created YBS work group, headed up by Sal Ionetta, has made good progress with the recent ANPRM, which will improve the accuracy and the transparency of reporting over the next 2 years. We made it clear that this is just the start as we encourage expansion and improvement in each association's YBS programs, with the final step, of course, being examination and evaluation of effectiveness. And as I say, I'm very excited about this area. It was from the start. I think we made great progress, and I also see FCA's role increasing in that. YBS initiative is clearly near and dear to my wife and I. As we started out as beginning farmers in 1982, 2 of our children are involved in their early years of production agriculture. Our family truly understands the challenges of young and beginning farmers. Another one of my goals for the next several years is to improve FCA's efficiency of response to system proposals. Now, I'm amazed at the number of proposals we get in a year's time. We get inundated with a number of requests, and it sometimes, I think, creates a confusing balancing act of priorities. The system may not always like our answers, but they should expect well thought out, timely responses to their requests, and I would like to improve in that area. I have a wood carving plaque displayed in my office that my 4 children gave me for Father's Day some years back. It depicts an early pioneer farmer steering a horse-drawn plow, breaking prairie sod with the words, "Whatever you do, work it with all your heart." Those words I've tried to live by. Some of you have seen my resume. It's not very impressive, certainly by Washington, D.C. standards, right? I spent the better part of my life working to build the agricultural enterprises my family enjoys today, with little time for anything else. Whatever my work week, whether it be 60, 70, or even 90 hours a week during harvest and planting, this lady over to my left has put up with me for 40-some years, probably worked 10 hours more, because she was taking care of our 4 children and also working full-time. We're true partners, but we were blessed because we believed in what we were working for. As a farmer and your new chairman, I believe in the mission of the Farm Credit Administration, the mission of ensuring safe and sound credit to American agriculture in good times and bad. As a farmer, I know firsthand that affordable credit is the lifeblood of the American farmer and rancher. It was true in 1916 when the Farm Credit System was first created by President Wilson. It was true in 1933 when FCA was created to regulate the system, and it's just as true today, 103 years later. As I wrap this up, I'm going to digress a little bit. When we were planning our move to the D.C. area 19 months ago, my oldest granddaughter, Emma, who was about 4.5 years old at that time, pretty precocious, but anybody who's a grandparent, all their grandchildren are precocious, right? And smart and above average, right? Okay? And Emma would be that. She come to me and she says, "Grandpa, you're a farmer like my daddy and Uncle Pete, aren't you?" And I told her, "Yeah, honey, I was, and so was my daddy and my grandpas and many grandpas before that." So she looked at me funny and challenging. She says, "Well, Grandpa, what are you going to farm in Washington, D.C.?" Pretty good question, right? And I looked at her, I said, "Honey, I'm going to take about 5-6 years, I'm going to go time out, and I'm going to try help some farmers. And we're going to do that for a while, and then I'm going to come back." And she shrugged her shoulders, says, "Okay, that sounds good." She's 6 now. And of course, you know what she wants now. She wants to come visit. And so we're working on that here in the next 1 or 2 years. That was 19 months ago, and since that time, I've come to truly appreciate our mission here. With the same degree of passion for serving agriculture that I had in Iowa working in agriculture. As employees of the Farm Credit Administration, I really hope that you share that same passion in that incredible mission. It was my wife's and mine honor to be asked to come to DC 19 months ago. It will be my honor and privilege to serve as your chairman. Thank you.